Good evening to you wherever you are around the globe. This is your brother and friend Joshua of the New African Concept, and you are warmly welcome to another edition of the Sankofa Shift. Here, we do nothing but retrieving the past to build the future. We believe strongly in Ghana. Ghana will make it. Africa will transform, and we are passionate about that. And that is why we are adding our voices to the many voices calling for change. And not only through advocacy, we are also committed to building a sustainable Ghana and Africa. Let me seize this opportunity to invite you to join the Leadwell Scholars. The Leadwell Scholars is the mentorship hub of what we do. That is at the New African Concept. Trust me, this Leadwell Scholars is a prestigious mentorship club that is brooding on our various campuses and in the communities. And I want to encourage you to be a part of it. Join as you go through a structured curriculum touching on various aspects, looking at your spiritual, social, intellectual, leadership, nation building, and several other issues. And I can assure you that as you pass out as a Leadwell Scholar, you will be more buoyant, confident, and then you will be a change maker. Now, on this platform, we started on Spiritism, and we'll be drawing down the curtains of it today. So far, we have said that 1, nations are successful not because of their geographical location or resource allocation, that is the natural resource allocation. Rather, nations are successful because of the quality of their value systems, and that rich and strong values will produce rich and strong nations, whilst weak and poor values will produce weak and poor nations. Ghana and Africa, we are within the zone of weak and poor nations because the culture, the values, the very substance that makes up the nation is weak and frail. And hence, it doesn't matter the external policies. It doesn't matter the flamboyance of the external presentations. As long as the inside is weak, corrupt, and frail as we have it, we are not going anywhere. Now, beneath the values are worldviews or mindset. So a person's worldview determines his values, and a person's values determines his behavior, and a group of behavior becomes the culture. And it is the aggregate strength of this culture that determines whether a nation becomes successful or not. And we have opened the key that the indigenous mindset of Ghana and Africa is Spiritism. And this is the very mindset which is very responsible for our deplorable state. And until we shift from this mindset, we will not go far. And we have looked over the past 2 weeks, we have explored extensively some of the key characteristics of this mindset. And it is this mindset called Spiritism that begets or beds our values. Now, let's take some of our values. Lack of respect for time. Have you realized that we don't respect time? We don't value time. GMT, Ghana Man time, which means if the time is 9, come at 10:30. But we see a new tomorrow because we shall gravitate very soon towards the NMT, which is the New African Time. That's the NAT. The New African Time says that if the meeting starts at 9, by 8:55, we are all seated. Time consciousness is not a Western principle. It is a universal principle. So, the reason why we don't value time is because in our mindset called spiritism, se metumpon ewa brabomua, it is not so much of my hard work, my diligence, my commitment, my dedication. It is rather so much of the spirits. That is why we love to pray a lot or more than we work. It is because of the mindset called spiritism. It is because of spiritism that is why we love to pray more than we work. And look at our songs. Look at our movies. Nigerian movie, Ghanaian movie, Kumawood, here and there. Tebia, Abeyfo. Don't get me wrong. We are not denying their existence. We are talking of an over-reliance on them. So look at the things that the movies portray. In most cases, movie you can preempt how the movie will end. Mostly, you see a family na microphone na aton there is nothing good about them. This and this. That becomes the nature of the family. Then then we bring maybe Apostle John Pratt, who is the man of God. Then you come and pray. And then through his prayer, fire, fire. Then by the time you realize the veil over the family is opened, then this guy will go to travel from the village to the city. Let's say Accra. And then mostly that is the storyline. It is mostly a context between the devils or the demons, demonic activities, and then a powerful man of God bringing liberation. Yes, there is a place for that. But when it is overstretched, then you realize that instead of taking up responsibility, personal responsibility, we will hide under prayer. We will hide under religion. We will hide under nyamibeye. And then it is derailing us as a people. Number 2, lack of value for human life. It is in spiritism we don't value human lives. It is because of spiritism that is why our forefathers, they were practicing human sacrifice. How can you convince me that this mindset values human life? A mindset that says that onhini ewunti nipa so that they will go and continue serving him in eternity or ewa samando. So in our indigenous mindset, we don't value human lives. Fellow Ghanaians, that is why it has translated till now. We don't value human lives. Yes, human sacrifice is no more in our system, but the value of human life is still not there. And inti road accidents is killing several people. We don't mind. Yet the contract MOB na wa bloaty budget no. Then you go for inferior, staffs, materials. And then na ya sapete kwan. In so top 1, 2, 3, there will be potholes, manholes. All the kind of holes will be there. Then dodgy manhole bako na we na ishia. We know how, some of the stars like Ebony and Co die through road accidents, potholes, Sunyani, Kumasi kwano. Now, so when no bibia empusi say the way people are dying, the way we are losing the human capital. Because for every country, the greatest resource of every country or every nation are the untapped potentials of the human capital. It is not the natural resources, it is the human resources. It means the unfortunate death of one citizen is a big deal. Because this single person, look at what Mark Zuckerberg through Facebook, look at the revenues he's bringing to US. Look at Jeff Bezos through Amazon. Look at the revenues he's bringing to US. WhatsApp, TikTok. Look at the various things through the inventions and creativities, Microsoft, iPhone, that they are bringing to us. So in a sane environment, we don't joke with human lives. But once again, it is spiritism. A spiritism inti ana yen value human lives. A spiritism inti ana yen value time. A spiritism inti ana we have what we call dependency and entitlement mentality. So today, somebody completes or graduates from the university, and then he feels entitled. Say me tertiary intino. I was say abayin ema mejuma. Okachen say, can you go into photography? It is quite lucrative. Obekache will say, and then I say na working. Obi a mantina school move 4 years, 6 years, ma bomi degree. I should go and become a plumber. I should go and become a carpenter. I should go and I should become a photographer. What are you talking about? We look down on these things because we feel entitled that because of the kind of, because I've graduated, and I was say me a white collar job, a blue collar job. Spiritism. And as I said, this was the mindset we had even before the coming of the white man. What about Christianity and then Islam? Islam came, but Islam has not been able to liberate Africa or Ghana from our indigenous mindset called spiritism. Christianity came, and sadly enough, for over more than 200 years of Christianity on the shores of Africa, we have done great in education, even in religion, the winning of souls. We've done great in health, contributing massively to God's kingdom and our nation. However, one thing we have not succeeded in doing is that we've not been able to give the Christian worldview to our members. So what we have today is syncretism. Syncretism is a fusion or amalgamation of two different belief systems into one. So Christianity came and then it has interlaced with our African indigenous culture. And in most cases, what we have, there are always remnants doing the right thing, but they are in the minority. What we have, by and large, and I say this with a heavy heart, and to my brethren, the church, what we have predominantly in Ghana and Africa is what we call pagan Christianity or Christian paganism. That is Christianity interlaced with our indigenous perspective or culture. Spiritism has fused with Christianity. And the worst thing is that we have gone into the scriptures and then we have taken scriptures out of context in order to sponsor and advance the spiritist perspective that we have. But as we've always said, we see a new tomorrow. And that is why we are sharing these things, so that we can have deeper conversations. Let us know what you think concerning these discussions we are having in the comment section. And we are on a journey. Now, with this, it prepares us for the historical analysis. We are now going to look at the formation of Ghana. Going into history, how was Ghana formed? And then we'll move through. It is going to be a long and enjoyable journey. In conclusion, for this session, the greatest weakness or the primary issue or the root cause of Ghana and Africa's predicament is the weakness of our mindset called spiritism. And until there is a shift in our mindset, there will be no policy or no set of policies or external superficial transformation that will be sustainable. If we want to really transform Ghana and Africa, then we must go deep and then shift from spiritism to something else. God richly bless you, and will come your way next week on the Sankofa Shift. Omafo bra